We're now at the top of the island with the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup at the start of that 2,112 metres. This is the junior women's quads. On the left-hand side of your picture, the Crossley School, all the way from Niagara in Canada, from Ontario. And on the right-hand side of your picture, Shiplake College from no more than a few kilometres upriver.
Yeah, almost home water for Shiplake College here, but yeah, they'll have a little bit more used to these kind of conditions. They've probably spent a bit more time on this water. But I caught up with Dave Curry, the head coach, earlier today in the boat tents, and this is a development crew. They do have 3 girls, J16 or year 12, so a lot more to come from them. But at the moment, it looks like dealing with these conditions well.
Yeah, look, it's tricky when you're in a coxless cruise, and one of these athletes will be steering this boat in the Shiplake boat. And if you give me just a couple of seconds, I'll be able to tell you exactly who that is, because one of the beauties of the programme here at Henley Royal Regatta is that it tells you who within that boat is steering. So for Shiplake College, that's the bow seat. That is Sophia McDavid. And now on screen, these girls here from the Crossley School, Canada, Juliet Frauer, Emma Godhart, Sarah Stacey and Mallory Jones have come all the way across from near on Niagara Falls to take on the world. And I've heard whispers, Tom, that these guys are furiously fast, to put it bluntly.
Yeah, there's some real pedigree in that crew. Junior quad winner head of the Charles, and also junior quad winners at the Canadian School Champs. So definitely some pedigree in this crew. I think it was all going to be a tall order for this Shiplake crew, but I think, yeah, we're seeing here with the pictures here again, still struggling with those conditions a little bit. It's just getting to that point where it's affecting how much you can row, how well you can stay together. It gets at a little bit of point at this point where maybe you're struggling to put work down, and just really got to focus on staying together, ignoring those bad strokes, putting them behind you, leaving them out of your mind, and just moving on to the next one. In these conditions, you can't have a great stroke every stroke. You've just got to focus on keep putting good ones in front of you.
So tricky, you're right, Tom, to try and master these conditions. And we're an outdoor sport. There's very few things that stop rowing races from happening, but wind is certainly one of them. Well, look at this, that's a huge veer from the Crossley School, Canada, and it is Frauer in the bow seat, Juliet Frauer, who's got the steering cables for this one. She's not gone across enough to worry the umpire just yet with this one. They've stayed in their piece of water on the Berkshire station, but you can just see how much they're struggling to put the blades in the water. The thing that they're doing, Tom, can you describe to me, you know, you can see, usually we'd expect them to go right up and in and place the blades, but sometimes the wind can just carry them upwards, right?
Yeah, we can't see the wind, but these guys can feel it, and quite often can catch that spoon, like you said, as it squares up and comes to the water, so it can really affect the synchronicity of the blades. That was a great correction there with the steering from Val, but that's just, it goes to show an example. Just one stroke, maybe one side gets the blade in a bit better than the other because of this wind and this water, and that can just kind of adjust and change things.
And Tom, we were saying the previous race was 4s, so they had 1 blade on each side. This is sculling, this is quads, so they've got a blade in each hand. Tell me why that's a little bit easier in the wind.
Yeah, so for the steers person, they've got a blade on each side, so even without having to move the rudder, the foot that they're using to steer, they can just change the pressure on their right or left oar and have a little effect on the steering. So they've got a little bit more buffer in terms of being able to adjust where they're going without having to jam that rudder on.
And Shiplake just making a small journey there across towards the regatta enclosures, but I'm sure we'll see them adjust back. So we've mentioned Sophia McDavid already, the 18-year-old in the bow seat, Elizabeth Flieger in the 2 seat, Eva Rootken-Gray in the 3 seat, and stroked by Florence Dallas, yet another 16-year-old. What a great sort of start and entry point into this great sport, and here at Henley Royal Regatta. But they've gotten through a round already, Shiplake. They beat Shawnigan Lake yesterday. So great for them to get through a round as a development crew, but they've been matched up against this great crew all the way from Ontario. If you're tuning in from near on Niagara Falls, good morning again. 10:10, I think, in the morning for you guys over there. And your crew of Frara, Goddard, Stacey and Jones doing a wonderful job coming into the stewards enclosure. You can see the colourful rainbow of jackets behind them. What a backdrop to win this heat of the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. And it did take it out of them, despite having a comfortable margin. You can really see that the wind really depletes that energy. Shiplake will cross there, but they will be out of this Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup event.
Yeah, I think great for that young crew to come here, and also a shout to their coach Sarah Kenyon, who's a full-time teacher at the school, and she's put so much time into rowing, and we know all of us involved in rowing that the volunteers really run this for us.